Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name's Carrie Waltz. Today I'm going to talk about journaling and making it convenient and what happened at the ball game. I recently went to a ball game and happened to have a little journal with me. I showed you how to make these a few weeks ago, and I'll include the link up here in a bit so that you can make it yourself. But if you have watercolor journals, sketching journals, pens, pencils, and a little kit, a palette with you, when you make your art convenient, you can pull it out and create anytime the inspiration hits you. So let me show you what happened when they took me out to the ball game. When I was loading my clear bag to get into the stadium, I wanted to make sure I had some kind of journaling with me. And this is a watercolor paper journal made with 90-pound paper, one sheet of watercolor paper. And that was a decent size, but I thought, oh, if I go smaller, that might be better because I'm only going to be there a few hours. So I found this one I'd already made. The Stripers are the Braves minor league baseball team that are based in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And that's where we were going to go to see the Stripers play. And their color is dark green and sometimes the lime. It varies depending on who they're playing. But anyway, because it had stripes in it, I thought, and it was smaller, I picked this journal to take with me. I made a cover for it later, Gwinnett Stripers with the baseballs, and just cut that out and glued that on top. I did that when I got home. I wasn't even sure I was going to sketch, but I always like to have it with me. This is the kit I took, and I only used really this palette. I clipped this to my shirt, so because this is so small, you can't really clip it to this like I normally do on my journals. So I clipped this to my shirt, and that would stick on my shirt and not fall off. And I had another clip that I secured the paper towel so that wouldn't blow away. So I painted with my water brush and used the yellow, red, blue, or burnt sienna colors, and I just had so much fun. Well, I was new to the Stripers. I had never been to their ball field or to one of their games, and my daughter was telling me about their mascot. And their mascot is Chopper. Chopper is their mascot. He's a groundhog. Well, that was odd to me because the Stripers are a fish. It's a wide-mouthed bass, I believe. But they're called Gwinnett Stripers, and they used to be Gwinnett Braves, and it caused some confusion when people would buy a Gwinnett Braves ticket and think they were buying an Atlanta Braves ticket and not paying near as much. So anyway, they ended up having to change the name, and they changed the mascot, but they realized they didn't want a fish as the mascot. So they had Chopper before in whatever their previous name was, and I'm probably telling the story wrong, but I thought he was as cute as he could be, and he was out just being so friendly with all the fans that came to watch the game that I wanted to draw him. And I thought I would put, what? Isn't the Stripers a fish? A fish mascot wouldn't be as fun. So I had sketched him out, and notice he is not wearing the normal colors because they were playing as the Georgia Peaches that night. And so they had peach colors in honor of supporting women in sports. And they were playing Norfolk Tides. So anyway, after we won, I had to come back and add that. So the Stripers have a mascot that is a groundhog. So I had just finished painting this when Striper himself came up behind and was talking to a little girl that was sitting behind me. She had seen me paint this, and she leaned over at one time and asked her mom to let me see what she was doing because she'd been watching me without me knowing it. And I just thought that was so sweet, and I just enjoyed talking to her and showing her what I was doing. I even shared an extra journal I had with her. It's always nice to share the love of creating with other people. So anyway, Chopper, my son-in-law and a friend of his was yelling out, Chopper, Chopper, look. And they got my journal and showed him the picture. And he was so cute how he hugged it to his heart and he looked at it. And then he motioned for me to come over and take a picture with him. So that was just, it was a highlight of my evening because I I don't know any of the players, and baseball's fun to watch at times, but I just needed some art therapy, and so sketching him out was just fun. And so I got my journal back, and I thought, well, that was fun. What am I going to do next? Well, then they had a race with other mascots. It happened to be National Mascot Day. Did you know that? They had a National Mascot Day. That might be every day that they have a game. I have no idea. But it was a race with Bateman, Bobster, and Barb. And I just thought that were so funny, running around the field trying to beat each other. And so I thought, oh, I've got to do Bobster. I thought it was so cute. So I skipped this page while I was there and sketched this one out first, knowing that I was going to come back and finish this. So the little girl behind me asked if I would do another one. I said, well, it's kind of getting dark. I can't see very well, but I thought, well, I'll be able to see this well enough because it's basically a circle with eyes. So I did this before it got too dark. And Bobster lost the race. I think Bobster always loses the race. But it was fun to have an outlet that I enjoy, being with my family and enjoying the spirit of the game. And yay, we won. So when I got back home, I decided I wanted to fill in the spots. I went back and did the race from my photos, and honestly, I hope I got who won correct. Nobody really remembered, but I had to go with the photos that I had. At one point, it showed that Bateman had pulled in front of the others, and so I assume he finished first, and that Barb seemed to be happy with second place. But regardless, it doesn't matter. It was the first time I attended a Stripers game. I haven't drawn a fish yet. Had to include Chopper one more time to show his more usual uniform. And so I found another photo online of him and with his thumbs up and his usual uniform. And I loved how the light shifted the color of his fur, so it was a little more dynamic. And then I'd already filled in the fish at the end. So anyway, what I'm encouraging you to do is always have a little book with you and be ready for when inspiration strikes. Strikes, you get it? Baseball? Okay. You take it from here. Hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you next week.